I came out here, it was like really quiet and peaceful for a minute. And then these sirens started up, and then they just drove by me. And then I hear a jet right now, right after this siren drove by me. It sounds like he's flying over my head. But before that siren, it was really quiet and peaceful for a few minutes. But there was people, they pulled up when I was getting out of my car. They both got a green shirt on. Like husband and wife, whatever, both got a green shirt on. And they pulled into the parking lot when another car was driving by on the street. And then there's a dog walker with a green shirt. And then there's another dog walker. I think they had a red shirt. They were like out ahead of me, synced. And then that's been it, I think, since I got out here. A few other cars driving by on the street when I got out of my car and shit. Probably some sync bugs, I don't remember. What type of plant is this? It's like sticky. I got it all over my pants again. I did this yesterday too. Got it all over my pants and my shoes, and it's hard as fuck to get off. Like you gotta pick them off one by one. What type of plant is that? Yep. It was like this before the sirens. Chill, serene. And the dog walker, or not the dog walkers, the people with the green shirts were following behind me on the path after they pulled up sync. They're just walking behind me as I walk up the path, and they're talking synced a bunch of times. So they'll start talking, and they'll stop talking for a minute, and then they'll start talking synced again over and over and over. Every time they're talking. With some buds. Looks fire. I hear this engine sound that seems synced when I walked onto the path. The semi or whatever is like, I went to the library today. There was a baby crying sync, and there was a train horn, and then there was a siren right after the train horn, like a few minutes later or whatever. And a bunch of people walking up sync. But I was mostly ignoring them, just on my computer, headphones on. So see you sink? Don't sink. There's nobody walking behind me, and there's nobody in front of me yet. I don't know how pixelated the video is. Can you see the bridge? Gotta see what happens when I walk up to the street and then get back to the parking lot, because I bet they'll be walking to see. Probably at the bridge. Getting windy at the end of the bridge, and then that red truck was almost here when I walked up to the end of the bridge, but he wasn't here yet. So I don't know. But it was getting windy right at the end of the bridge though. There's a butterfly doing a sink next to me, I think. Did you see him? I don't know if the camera caught him. A lot of times you can't see him. This is red. See red tarded? Let's count the red cars, see how many of them drive by in a row. One, two. Butterfly just flew straight at me. Maybe you think butterfly? He's like straight at me. There's no car coming right now. Oh, there they are. They're gonna sink. When I crossed the street the other way, right when I got to here, there was a white truck driving in front of me. This is a sink parade. They're gonna sink. They're gonna be here at the pole of the sink. The sink there. Pole of the sink. The last car is a red car. I think a bug was flying by me when the red car drove by me too. And this whitey is as I'm walking in front of my car. I always love to sink when I walk in front of my car. And then when I walk up to my car, they're probably going to sink right there. And they're probably going to do it even though I said it. Or at least a fly is going to fly in my face, sink, or the wind's going to sink, or a bird's going to chirp, sink. Or if this inaudible to the camera engine sound will sink. And the siren will turn off again way in the distance. Whatever. Something's going to sink right now, probably. anything sink. I think I started to hear this car right when I unlocked my door. I think that synced. Like he's sitting on the side of the street and he starts to drive or something. Or he revs his engine or something. Shit, I forgot I got all these on my pants. Here's a white truck. Is he one? And then what else? I see a bunch of sink squirrels everywhere and sink birds. I think I'll be driving across the intersection and a squirrel will run out in front of me, like all the time, like every day. Or it'll be running up the tree, synced or whatever, both or whatever. There's a white SUV. Is he one? And then what else happened today? Like every time I'm at the library though, there's just people coming and leaving. Like they'll just come in, use the bathroom and leave, or they'll just come in and then leave like a minute later. Which I do that too sometimes. So it's not that strange, I guess, but it's a lot of people doing it though, and constantly, and they're synced. They're just there to see me, I guess. Like they're not, like they don't read books and they don't have to go to the bathroom. They probably just go in there and flush the toilet synced. They just go in there and count to 10 and then they flush the toilet. Like I'll always hear the toilet flushing synced when I'm sitting out in the whatever room that has the tables and shit. I sit in there on my computer. The bathroom's right next to it, and the flush the toilet sink. And then there's just always people just coming in and then leaving, like right after they come in. And then I tried to sign up for Grubhub. but it wasn't working. The app doesn't work, which might be a targeted thing, I don't know. Or maybe this app is just fucked up. It's glitching, but I don't think so. I think it's glitching on purpose so that I can't sign up for Grubhub. But DoorDash has been opening up more, at least. But the app didn't work. Like, I was trying to sign up and the app just doesn't work. Like, it's just not continuing forward as I'm trying to do, like, the application process or the sign up process to be a delivery driver. It's just not working. It just won't work. It just won't let me continue on the app. It just doesn't work. And then Uber Eats says my car is too old. Which I don't understand. It's not your, it's my car. Like, why do you care? Like, what's the problem if my car is too old? Like, why does that matter? So I can't do Uber Eats. I can't do Grubhub. Which that one I don't think is a target. I think the Grubhub one is probably a targeted thing, but the Uber Eats one is just, it's just Uber Eats is bullshit. They just say that your car's too old, I guess. So fuck Uber Eats. Uber Eats, if you're listening to this, fuck you. And then some job applications are like that too. Like, it just won't let me fill out the job application. And I'll try it like multiple times and it won't work. And then I'll call them and I'll be like, hey, your application doesn't work. Your website's bullshit. And they're like, try it again. And I'm like, I did. It doesn't work.